And we're back on the Mana Symbol channel. We're going to play a little bit of this deck that has been gaining popularity in challenges and leagues. This is white-red. I'm going to call it Ponza. It's white-red land destruction centered on 8 copies of Cleansing Wildfire, or rather 4 copies of Cleansing Wildfire, 4 copies of the new-ish Price of Freedom, along with 4 Field of Ruin, 4 Demolition Field in the mana base. And White Orchid Phantom, which is for white, a 2/2 flying first strike. When it enters, destroy up to 1 target non-basic land. Its controller may search their library for basic land card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. So basically another Cleansing Wildfire effect. So you have 20 of these ways to destroy your opponent's non-basic lands and have them fetch out basics. You also have 4 Path to Exile, 4 Erode, which award your opponent with a basic, and for the cost of them being a super hyper efficient removal spell. Erode is the new printing from Secrets of Strixhaven. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. So you destroy rather than exile, and then they get to search out a basic. But so many decks are playing so few basics nowadays, you can very quickly just be getting free value or free land destruction out of these cards. And then we also have some Phlages. We've got a Legend of Roku. We've got some Solitude, 4 Wrath of the Skies, and 2 March of Otherworldly Light as current kind of meta shifts, meta tweaks. Obviously, this suite of cards up here and the full 4 copies of Galvanic Discharge are probably where you have a lot of flexibility. But this core 20 cards is very successful right now, and there's probably a few different ways you could be playing them. This is one of them. And then we've got Rest in Peace, Kataki, High Noon, Celestial Purge, Orim's Chant, Wear Tear, and Vexing Bauble in the sideboard. Interesting split of cards. Obviously, entirely white. We're not going to play Blood Moon in a deck where our goal is to remove your opponent's lands. And previous league was 4-1. Could have been a 5-0. Felt, but this deck feels incredibly strong. So this is going to be the all right, round 1 of this second league with this deck. Oh no! It pulled up the wrong deck. All right, hold on. All right. How can I do this? It's okay. I've got infinite play points. Thanks, Magic Online. I just played a league with the deck. I had the deck pulled up in the list of decks, and it was like, but what if, just follow me on this one, what if you played a different deck that you recently uploaded? What if we did that? There we go. Taking advantage of people's greed is one of my favorite things to do in Magic, though. Oh, for anyone who didn't see Mortal Kombat 2 yet, go and see that frickin' movie. Dude, it's so good. It's so good. The first one was, the one from 2021 was fine. I mean, they screwed up in some very significant ways, but dude, this movie frickin' ruled. Gaben. Seen the new Street Fighter trailer? I've seen one Street Fighter trailer. I'm trying not to see as much as possible. But yeah, it also looks awesome. Well, they're finally able to make video game movies look good. And honest to God, I think that's like the biggest problem they had back in the day is like, you think about like the 90s Mario movie. It's like there's nothing they could do to make that look good other than making it an animated movie, which for whatever reason they didn't want to do. Okay, fine. So that you end up with the piece of crap that we had. So we've run into someone who's not probably on a greedy deck in terms of their mana base. Oh, no, they are. Some kind of Sultai Asmo thing. Probably going to be some kind of reanimator deck, as well as an Asmo deck. Let's see. See if we color screwed them there. That would be great. Yeah, we did. If they're heavily reliant on black. Oh, it's like Lantern? Oh, they're screwed. I think this is a slam dunk matchup for us. Discards a second Ensnaring Bridge. Now, unfortunately, I've already burned through 2 Price of Freedoms, but... yeah, this has to be Lantern, right? Man, they're playing a lot of lands. Oh, man, we're also playing main deck Wrath of the Skies. This is not fair. Like, there's just not going to be... this is going to be no contest, I think. And they're out of basics now. Yeah. Gross. Oh, Pillage the Bog is cool. Okay. I'm going for land drops on the Legend of Roku here. Did not get any, but White Orchid Phantom is a good pickup. Wow, they drew like 4 Malevolent Rumbles? That's crazy. They got another land. And what are you going to do with it? They're pillaging. They get to dig 3 whole cards deep. Opponent said oof. UFF. Let's go white. Wee. Pop that thing. What's the over-under on this being M. Timmy? I don't know who M. Timmy or what M. Timmy is, so I would say very under. But I also don't know what that could mean, I have no idea what any variation of those letters put together is supposed to mean. So that's not a condemnation of your supposition, my friend. M. Timmy. Mitimi. Mitime. Mitimai? Mitimai? It's not it's not becoming more clear. Diehard Lantern Player. Well, Nefitz is their screen name. No, there's more than one. There's more than one Diehard Lantern Player, I'm pretty sure. Or do you mean someone who's like never deviated, like 0 times? Like they have no history on any other deck? Yeah, baby. Mana lasts until end of combat. Okay. Do you have a card to play? Yes, they have the activation. Okay, that's fair. Oh, they're doing more. Okay, I see. Are there actual lanterns in the yard? There are not. Actually, there's no sign of what it is that there's a Blood Chief's Ascension. And there's not enough artifact. I don't know what they're doing. It's not. I mean, it's obviously not a typical build of Lantern, but like Blue, Black, and Sultine Lantern are definitely things that people have done. So they're not like, this isn't like completely off the. Am I going to do this? Yeah, just helix them. Is there a culling ritual? I didn't see one. But that doesn't mean there isn't one. I wonder if it's some kind of like self-mill Thassa's Oracle thing. It could be. They've been holding on to a surprisingly large number of cards in hand for like what I expect Lantern play patterns to look like. So we've got that going for us, I guess. Okay, snack on the food. I'm going to keep taking them off of blue. It ain't a spike brew because they got lands for days. Yeah, I guess so. I think I'd rather have a Cori Monastery activation than a Phlage at this time. Delian Fell. Okay, so this is what they're doing. It's some kind of like prison Delian Fell build. That's what they've done here. Very interesting. So basically their plan is like ensnaring bridge into life gain, and then they kill you. Okay, sure. Cori Mountain Monastery on the... Yeah, it's like a control deck. Okay, let's kill that. Shifting Woodland. Okay, great pickup. Is this a hard deck to pilot? I don't think so, Brown. Browan. I think it was Brown. You explained it to me last time. I apologize. I don't think the deck I'm playing is particularly hard to play. I will say it is as hard as every other modern deck, and every modern deck is hard to play in that there are 30 viable modern decks plus at any time, and about half of them can kind of kill you on the spot. And navigating that environment is never going to be quote unquote easy, in my opinion. I don't think Modern is ever an easy format to play just because there's so much random stuff that could be killing you at any time. But in terms of other Modern decks, I think this is relatively easy to play, yes. I could start making dragons. That's pretty cool. Oh, and then they're playing Zur's Weirding. Yeah. That's cool. It would be scary if they could cast it. Good thing they can't. I guess I should escape my Phlage, huh? Although adding dragons is probably just as relevant, so I don't know. I don't think they have enough lands left to win. There it is. Goodbye. Whee! Get bent, nerd. Okay. Yes. Yes. Black or red permanent. Did they have any? Yes, they did. Is it worth playing Rest in Peace? Yes, it is, because Phlage is the only thing I have that uses a graveyard, which we don't need. Is it worth playing High Noon? Maybe. It's probably worth playing the full boat of Rest in Pieces here. Because we just have way too much removal in this matchup for their total lack of creatures. Oh, they are playing Delian Fell, though. Okay. I'm going to go like this and just see what happens. I don't think that their deck... I mean, their whole deck seems to be... they really desperately want to go turn 2... thing. What's it called? Malevolent Rumble into turn 3 4-drop. And that's like their whole plan. And then they have to keep dropping 4-drops. So I think that they're generally just going to have the same problem that, what's that deck called? The Enchantment Hate deck is always going to have. Is like, you just can't really do that in Modern right now. Okay, so Celestial Purge was a good board in because they took it right off the rip. Profane Tutor into Exile. So Vexing Bauble on the next game. Okay. Do I want to play that this turn? No. Do I want to Rest in Peace this turn? Probably. Just get this cooking. Ah, damn. My freedom. Wait, they went for my... They took the March? Okay. Interesting choice. guess we're going to draw step field. Not likely to, what am I more afraid of? I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, Zur's Weirding would be pretty bad right now, I think. Does Zur's Weirding have a weird interaction with Rest in Peace, or am I wrong? I don't think that it does. Players play with their hands revealed. If a player would draw a card, they reveal it instead. Then any other player would pay 2 life. Okay, so no. So they have Bridge and Delian Fell. So Celestial Purge, they pay 2 life so that I don't draw that. Makes sense. So I go Plains, Demolition Field. I want to try to take them off of black, I guess, but I won't be able to. But I think with the way the hands are set up, there's just a good chance I'm dead because they can cast this and then there's nothing I can do, essentially. Well, that's not quite true. Okay. And they have another land already, but it's a shock land. They do have an island in their deck, right? Yeah, they do. White Orchid Phantasm. They don't let me draw that. Okay, so now I'm stuck. Will I let them have Undercity Sewers? Pay 2 life. I will pay 2 life. So this is the problem. So they just never... So every turn, they're gaining 1 life at this point. And then they just win, right? There's just no out for me? Okay. So I'm just locked with these 2 cards. Is that correct? I think that's correct. Well, let's see them go through their end game. Can they have Inquisition? They can have Inquisition. Get an emblem with whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. This is going to kill me really fast. And there's no... I have no recourse. Right? I just have to keep bleeding life here. Like, they can have a bridge, but then they can just... Like, they have more than enough life. Yeah, so this is just... We're just done. Okay, I see. Okay. So, I think rather than Rest in Peace, I would rather have Phlage. Because Phlage gives me a threat that comes out of the graveyard. Vexing Bauble seems okay. Path is definitely not needed. Orim's Chant? Is a Time Walk, maybe? All right. I don't think having too much more life is relevant. And I'd rather get the Vexing Bauble out of my hand in case they have a Profane Tutor. It's just dead now. Good draw. Assuming that it doesn't get discarded. Cori Mountain Monastery is phenomenal, actually. Having that in the draw already is a big deal because that gives me an out underneath Zur's Weirding. Because it puts the card in exile. Okay, so they are on... They cannot deck. They have Emrakul. It's kind of funny. Well, might as well. Double Phlage draw is not my favorite. Well, that's not good. But how bad is that? I guess they've seen my hand. Let's see what they choose. They're going to try to eliminate all my ways to destroy their stuff. Which I guess they choose Phlage. That's really tilting. But at the same time, it's a much faster clock than what Phlage was going to be. They're already at 15 and I have 2 zombies. So that, I think that actually kind of sucked for them. Yeah. Sus name. Oh, no, they already, oh, they didn't this game. Whatever. I'm not worried about it. I don't think they're screen watching or anything. I think they know what's the threat. Which is fair, right? Like, the real threat in this matchup is that card. That's the card. That sucks. But I have the Cori Mountain Monastery, so I just... And I have enough mana to activate. Good. So let's put him to 3. And they played the Boseiju, so they can't. But I have 2 monasteries anyway. Okay, 2 bridges. Inquisition just to discard, but they still... Yeah, so they have... Okay, so they went down enough. Okay, good draw. Great draw. Now I can price a freedom to blow up one of their bridges here, or I can take them off one of their colors. I think taking off of blue or black is better. What's more likely? That I find another bridge answer, or that they find one of their scary 4-drops? I think it's more likely they find one of their scary 4-drops. Also, if I brick up their hand enough, if I kill enough of their lands and they can't, yeah, if they can't cast things, then they're just going to be stuck with cards in hand and die that way to their own bridges, especially taking them off of black or blue. It's really going to make it difficult for them to, well, that's a really good draw for them. That's unfortunate. Might need to sack my Vexing Bauble here, because I'm not terribly worried about how quickly they're going to find... Okay. They're on 2 mana, so it'd be fairly easy for them to be stuck with 2 cards in hand. Yeah, got him. Woo! Be right back. Opponent is Goo Pile. Not gonna keep the 1-lander with no hope. Not gonna keep the 0-lander with no hope. Opponent keeps their 7. That's not great for us. That's the keep. I mean, that works. And I'm on the play. All right. Insane keep, let's go. I guess I should have gone red on the Sunken Citadel, because then the second turn I could go shoot your land path, which may immediately become relevant. So now I'm not going to have access to... That's okay. Okay. That is the least dangerous of their 1-drops, so that's fine. I guess it doesn't behoove me to do this now. Although it could limit their ability to, I don't know, do something. Yeah, I guess I should have led on red. Well, I don't know. Give me options. Did it? I don't know if that's true. Anyway. They had a mountain. Interesting. Oh. Tres colores. Super Shredder? What? Awesome. Awesome. That rules. Okay, great draw. Shoot the basic? Shoot the basic. Oh no, they put a counter on Super Shredder. Oh. Banana, some kind of white flour pizza? That's cute. That guy's getting kind of jacked. Uh-oh. I don't want this Ragavan to hit me, but if I path the Ragavan, I can no longer Phlage the Super Shredder. I think I have to get hit by the Ragavan, as much as that sucks. I don't think it can go particularly badly for me. They probably have a swamp in their deck, but Ragavan? I don't think I can hit the Ragavan here. I think hitting the Ragavan's a bad choice. I think that gets me very dead. This thing is getting real big real fast, and it's going to just keep getting bigger. Like, I have to deal with this thing. Now, obviously, I could kill both of them if I wanted to. Shredder will grow with Ragavan Dash. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Now I could pitch Solitude for Solitude here on the Ragavan. Honestly, I think I will. Phlage is so good though. All right. Yeah, I think it's just because I can't exile Phlage in this matchup. He's just too good. They flipped a Galvanic Discharge. That's fine. Okay, they didn't do anything else. That's good. That's a great draw. I can't take them off black, but I can potentially take them off of red. Okay, so they're out of basics. They have 2 plains and a mountain that's already in their graveyard. Good to know. So, yeah, we just Phlage the Guide of Souls here. And then we're getting... They can dash the Ragavan as many times as they want to, but they have to keep using the treasure unless they have another fetch or something. So, and then if I find one more land, I can hardcast Solitude. So we're in good shape that wise. Also, they're playing a mountain, so they're playing more red cards than they are black cards, I assume. Okay, what do they got? Demolition Field off the top. They can't play that. Yeah, good. I just don't want them to have lands. Okay. Well, can kill a land permanently. So let's do that. That'll do. Oh, I'm so sorry for you, opponent. We now enter end game. Goodbye, monkey boy. All right, I'm officially in on this deck. I really like the deck we are playing. It is so good right now. Oh, wait, no. Go for the basic. This deck is cracked right now. Nobody's respecting what this deck can do. I think we're basically mainboarded against energy. Trade 1 Wrath of the Skies. Do I want to do that? It's so slow. That's the only problem. But then it doesn't matter how big their creatures get. Honestly, I'd probably just good to go this way, huh? I mean, I guess the only thing is like maybe Purge is better than Erode sometimes. Or maybe sit... I'm going to trim some White Orchid Phantasms on the draw. And then Erode on the play. Does that make sense? I think it does. They only have 3 basics. We won that on a mull to 5, by the way. They kept a 7. That's crazy. Just that's bonkers. And I know they're not playing the stock version of the best deck in the format, but they are playing the best deck in the format, right? Like that's bonkers. See if they have a dash of An here. They do not. Now, I can always exile this during the second main phase, so I'll take the 1. I'm willing to make that. Okay. Okay, I'll let you have a cat in return for being sure that you're not going to cast anything in the second main phase because I've given you the opening. I think that's fine. Maybe that's too small brain, big brain, whatever, but White Orchid Phantasm in hand made me feel comfortable about this because they didn't see this card last game, I think. So there's a good chance they have like basically no removal in anymore. They can't be playing black just for Super Shredder. They must have both sideboard cards, I assume, and I'm assuming they have some other stuff going on. Maybe Emperor of Bones. He's a cheap card that does things. Okay, they kept it on top. That's concerning. Oh, that's fine. All the cards in my hand do the same thing. Wrath of the Skies is the only one that's like kind of better than the rest, but and they take the Wrath of the Skies. Thraben Charm. Deal. Excellent draw. Okay. Let's draw step them. Both of these produce black. So the real question is they have double white right now, but they're going to have it anyway because they're about to get a plains. So it doesn't really matter. I do need a second red in case I draw the Roku. So they wanted draw step black mana. Are they going to cast a surgical extraction? They're not. Okay. Sure. Because I want the energy from this. And not to get pinged. No immediate Ajani is awesome. Cleansing Wildfire is awesome. So they're down a plains. Oh, that's not good. So they're playing Bowman. They should shoot me for 1 with this because they don't have any basics left. They do. Good. Great draw. A lot of surveil lands. And they keep top this time. That's scary. That's fine. Great draw. phenomenal Magic the Gathering card to pick up here. Is it worth... No. I really want a Price of Freedom now and not worry about taking this shit ton damage. But I think my life total is precarious enough that I can't do that. So I have to risk them picking up an Inquisition or a Thoughtseize here. But I think... they should have pinged me. They didn't, but it is what it is. Got something else? Pride. Okay. I guess if I draw a Wrath of the Skies, that'll be... Okay. Not ideal, but I'll take it. We're getting them real low on mana, so that's great. And I still have Erode for this Ocelot Pride, so that's good. So I'm in a good spot. Not a great spot, but a good spot. My opponents missed like 2 or 3 opportunities to ping me, which is not terribly surprising, but they're just kind of on tilt, feels like. Well, we're about to be in a top deck war. We are theoretically much better suited for it. I'm going to take a couple of dings from this, just because Erode, like if they draw a more threatening creature, I need to have it ready to go, and it's not currently doing too much to me. Oh, well, there we go. Oh, I guess I can stock up a bunch of extra mana, energy here. Para dos. Goodbye, nerd. Oh, yeah. Till the end of your next turn? Yeah, okay. Okay. Fantastic draw. I love this deck. I love this deck. This deck is phenomenal. This deck is everything I want to be doing in Modern right now. Screw the nonsense. Yeah, you got it. I can still play this opponent. Still the end of my next turn. Fantastic. Let's go 1, 2, 3. No, just 2. 2. Okay. Freedom. 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 Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This has been my experience playing this deck. I've mulled to 5, won a bunch of games. I'm consistently winning matches. This deck feels really well positioned right now. It doesn't look like it should be. It looks like every red-white mid-range pile that's ever existed in Modern, but it is not. And I don't know if it's a meta thing. I think that's part of it for sure. Now there are Neobran and Belcher, and they'll probably mostly kick our ass, but that's awesome, Vegan. And if you can do that in a playable deck, then... Am I going to keep this in the dark? Yes, I am. If you can do that and play a playable deck, that's awesome. I don't think most people have a lot of good options for that. And the thing is, like in Modern, there's so many great non-basic options that you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. Now, if you were to play 10 basics, that would be more than enough. So I think a monocolored deck could easily dodge what this deck is doing. Oh my god, it's actual factual burn. Crazy. Crazy. Okay, I will take another free draw, and then I'll probably Solitude that. Crazy. Well, they're probably not playing too many basics. They're probably playing like 2 or 3. They're probably playing a lot of the cycling lands. Okay, we found a plains. That's great. Oh. Well. No, because I didn't. Well, for sure I need to let them swing and trigger here. Yeah, I think I have to Solitude. Okay, and we'll pitch a Wrath of the Skies because there's another one on top. Okay, let's go. Oop, that's not what I want to do. Shoot down your basics. Oh, now we're talking. Ow. I haven't been lava spiked in a minute. Okay, they do have quite a few basics to be aware of in game 2. I guess I can... No, I can't. Well, we're in trouble. They're playing Arena of Glory? What the hell? Do you think they're playing the black, like, Bump in the Night? Oh, boy. One more. You got one more? Damn. What a bad draw from our side, too. Yeah. They're probably playing that elemental thing. Vexing Bauble. That's not right, right? Yeah. It is Incinerate or something, but Incinerator. No, Chandra's Incinerator, right? Chandra's Incinerator. Yeah. All right, let's trim down on the Cleansing Wildfires, I think. I think that's probably the right way to go. Is High Noon worth playing here? Probably. Maybe just the one, though. Right. Great opener, I think. What is Bauble for? Oh, they played Skewer the Critics, not Rift Bolt. It's for Rift Bolt. You see this thing that they just exiled last turn? That's what it's for. I got. That was awesome. Wow, that was awesome. And like, if it hadn't been a Sunken Citadel in the opening, it wouldn't have. That was perfect. Thank you, deck. We can just cycle it now. Hasted Eidolon. So, do I pitch for this? I think I'm supposed to pitch Solitude for this. Pitch the High Noon. All right. All right. No, that's on me. That's on me. Yeah. We can just walk away from this one. That's on me. Card interaction of two cards I have never played together. So we'll walk away from that match. Give my opponent the win there. So I think that game probably was going to go well after that point, but that's what happens sometimes when you play cards together you've never played before. So when you board in Vexing Bauble, make sure to crack it before you pitch for Solitude, because that's how those cards work. That's okay. They had infinite basics. I don't think we had a great shot there, so. But we certainly would have had a better shot if I had played that at all correctly. Probably play a different deck is the answer. I kept this hand. It is not a good keep. Let's bottom Wrath of the Skies. Let's bottom White Orchid Phantasm. Yeah, it's more likely that White Orchid Phantasm is going to be lackluster, whereas Wrath of the Skies, if we need it, is super powerful. We also have a Galvanic Discharge to set it up if needs be. Spire Bluff. Phoenix? They're not playing anything this turn. Works for me. Good pickup. So I have access to colors. Probably wouldn't want to crack fetches if you stick a Wrenn and 6. Okay, so good that I kept the Wrath of the Skies. They have the Kappa? They do. That's really bad. That's really bad. If I immediately draw the second white, then we might be okay. Did not. This is ward 4? That's so completely impossible to deal with. Okay. That's so much. I mean, I guess it's not that much, but it's so much. I was supposed to get a mountain there. I'm tilting, kind of. It's okay. We'll be fine. Or they'll have Metallic Rebuke and nothing we did mattered anyway, right? EE. Okay. Oh, they're just going for a 2-turn kill. Well, if the last card in their hand is Metallic Rebuke, we were dead no matter what. I also have to. I need to keep drawing lands. Well, if they don't have the Metallic Rebuke and I draw a land next turn, we could be alive. Yeah, they have the Metallic Rebuke. Okay, perfect. Yeah, nothing we did mattered. Excellent. Excellent. Good, 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 good. High Noon, yes. Wereterra, yes. Kataki, yes. Vexing Bauble, yes. Probably... I'm going to keep the Solitudes in, but I just need to be aware of the interaction. I think I'm supposed to take out a Wrath. Am I not? Maybe not. Maybe we just take out, like, Galvanic Discharges? No, those would stay in. Erode? Or just one of the... Probably Cleansing Wildfire. Path of Freedom is enough. Price of Freedom. Because they probably have all of 2 basics. Probably 1 or 2 islands. That's probably right. They also don't play that many lands in general. Plus, because Wrath of the Skies tags their boxes. So it kind of screws their mana pretty hard. Okay. The only difficult part of this hand is, do I lead on Sunken Citadel or Sacred Foundry? I think I'm supposed to lead on... So the Modern Affinity deck doesn't always try to go off on turn 1. What's up, Toph? As they didn't last game. So let's go this wise. And see what happens. This is a song that I specifically looked up to tell the violinist that I was working with that this is the song that for... Now, do I Solitude here? I think I do, right? I think I should. Yeah, I think I should. There's just too much of a chance of this getting completely out of hand. Which I guess would have been an argument for keeping up, for having untapped red there. Okay, so they have Metalcraft. Okay, good. Oh, perfect. Goodbye, nerds. This is the song I looked up as an example of shit. That's brutal. This is for anyone who's seen movies in the Western world. I feel like this song is the rich people cocktail party song. String quintet in E major, by the way, for anyone who's watching the VOD in the future. Okay. Yeah, mountain here, tap Sacred Foundry, pass the turn. I guess if they draw Kappa Canonist, we're in rough shape. That's fine. Whoa, radical! Oh. It's not radical. I will Galvanic blast your drone token. For 1. In case I draw into a Field of Ruin or otherwise. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. No, that's fine. They have Welding Jar if they draw a Cap Canis, though? Jesus. And they can give it haste. Or they give whatever they draw haste. It's scary. Okay. There we go. Well, we found the Cori Mountain Monastery, so theoretically we'll dig out faster than they will. That's fine because I have Wear Terror. That's fine because I have Wear Terror. Because they don't have any mana right now, so yeah, none of this bothers me. Exile. Oof. Well. So I guess we give them the option of punting. Oh, okay. They just F6'd? So they did punt? Interesting. I guess I should have killed the Welding Jar, though, because Welding Jar plus... Well... Well, that's bad. I don't think I'm dead, but I'm real close already. Jesus. So we basically need to draw into Erode or Path. Erode buys me a turn. I guess, no, Wrath of the Skies won't do shit because of the Welding Jar. Well, that sucks. Oh, well. This is 2, 3, 4. Can't do it. Okay. Guess we do it in combat next turn. Does it matter? I guess I want to play around Metallic Rebuke or, God forbid, some kind of worse counter. Okay, I would love for them to miss a draw here. Just one turn would be spectacular. I need you to whiff. Something dead. Good. Okay. Now it could be Metallic Rebuke, just so we're clear. I'm going to go ahead and blow up their skateboard because that'll get me It's either going to kill their welding jar or their skateboard. Either way, it puts them down to mana. Oh, that's a great draw. I'm not going to use it now. I'm going to wait until they deploy anything. Like that. Like that. Yep. Yep. Land drop. Cool. Sure. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. X is 1, but I can pay in any amount of energy I want, which is going to be 3. Okay. Would I rather Cori Mountain Monastery or Field this turn? I would rather Monastery. Okay. Game the third. This is the tough one, y'all. This is about to be the tough one. Yikes. They mulliganed. I will take the mulligan. I really wanted to not, but there was no way. This one I'm more tempted to keep because I have Tear, March, and Solitude here. We just pitch Price of Freedom. Or Phlage. I keep him pitch Phlage. Get out of here. See what happens. All right. Okay, so they're going to cast the second thing. I'm going to go March. Oh. I mean, I'm still going to do it. What am I exiling here? Is it Wear Tear? No, it's March. March pitching March? No, Solitude. Solitude. Yeah. Okay, put that in. I'll shock for the options. They're on 4 cards in hand. This is a good spot. The thing that would be most frustrating would be Emery, because I'd have to pitch again to kill it. But, okay. No, I can just tear. Yeah, this is good. Okay. Pew. Nice Tormund's Crypt, nerd. Take my graveyard away. Take my grave away. Get that fiery islet out of here. Do I wish to use the ability? You bet your bippy. They don't have a basic in their deck. It must be in their hand. That's awesome. That makes no sense. They're just not playing a basic? No, there it is. Okay, it was in their hand. Weird. I feel like that meant they skipped a turn where they could have played a land. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, let's put them on 0 lands. Opponent, I'm gonna put you in the ground now. I'm sorry. This is how it has to be in Modern. Hey, thanks for the follow, whomever. Slow. Hope everyone out there is having a great Saturday evening there in the Twitch world, in the Twitchiverse. On the play, we're going to keep this. Spot over there that you think it's just a fantasy. Sit your dad, move down your market, use a guy like me. It pains me that there are now young people who don't know Stacy's mom like the back of their hand. That phrasing was awesome. Not what I intended, but awesome. I'm good with it. Basic Forest. Oh, we're probably against one of the new Spike decks, huh? I think this is not going to be a good matchup. Hey, thanks for the follow there, friend. Floats the green. Okay. Oh, blue. Could be Neobrand. Neobrand would be rough. Mistrise Village. Key. Pitches for endurance. Uh-huh. Oh, they shuffled their forest back in. That's sick. Oh, that was awesome. Right on. Street Wraith? Cycle's Generous Ent. Oh, there isn't one, Toph. There just isn't one. You don't have that. Okay, so they have another color going on. Let's destroy this lush portico. Second red. Let's price freedom there. Green? Okay. Okay. Oh, is it? Are they just playing Living End? Is that what this is? It's just Living End. Okay, it's Living End. That's what we're against. Okay, we're in good shape against Living End. Especially at this point of this game. Because we're about to put them on 0 lands. So that's pretty hard for them to come back from us. It's Living End. Okay, that's good that we figured that out. Because now we can go Bauble, High Noon, Orim's Chant. Rest in peace. Wrath the Skies out, because that's impossible. March out, it's not great. And then I think we trim some Galvanic Discharges, and I think we call it a day. Yeah. Yeah, I think Erode definitely made a difference with this one, with this deck. Erode is definitely a significant improvement. Street Wraith. Temple Garden. Okay. So, do I jam this Bauble out into their Wistfulness, or do I try to choke up their mana for their turn 2? I think I choke up their mana. So we just play a tap land on turn 1. I think that's the right way to do this. It does give them more opportunities to draw into like a Force of Negation, but I think I'm okay with that. Soporific Springs. They're soppy over there. Okay. Here's my Bauble. I hope it's relevant. Ooh, it is. Okay. At minimum, it's going to slow them down. Because they'll have to remove it. And that will cost them something this turn. Let's get this Phantom going. Shoot down their whites. Float a green, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Deal. They might just start casting like endurances and curators, but I can beat that pretty easily, I think. Oh, no curators. At least not yet. Okay. A second White Orchid Phantasm means they could team up to block that. That's awesome. Could be Subtlety? Could be. Good thing it wasn't, I guess. They're just doing it for the Exalted? Yes, they are. That's very cute. I guess let's body them. First strike. Galvanic for 1. Beep. Bye, nerd. Opponent says GG yikes 4 Cascades in hand. That's rough, buddy. All right, so very nice league there. Second 4-1 in a row. Both times the match I lost, I felt like I easily could have taken. So this deck is great, well positioned right now. I could not highly recommend this enough. I couldn't recommend this higher in the current state of Modern. If you want to play something that is control adjacent, mid-range control adjacent, this is the deck. For main deck Wrath of the Skies is the list that I pulled. There are many variations of this deck. I don't know that 4 Wrath of the Skies is what you need. It was mixed. I do think between the main deck and the sideboard, you're probably going to end up wanting 4 though. And if we look at the sideboard, those are much more narrow cards than what Wrath of the Skies does. So that makes some amount of sense to me. I think you could probably play a 3rd Phlage instead of the 4th Wrath of the Skies. I think you could play another March of Otherworldly Light too, but anywho, if you are in the future watching this on the YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, check out any of my other videos, and I will see you there. Yeah, there I are. I'm still alive.